Welcome one and everyone to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 170 something. 72? 73? I don't even know. I know that the audio sounds horrible right now, and I apologize for that. In fact, it's so bad I think I'm gonna have to do something about it. Hold on one moment. This is my trusty little microphone, and it is unplugged because I was lazy. Alright, buddy, let's plug you in. Come on. That's a good microphone. There we go. Right. We're plugged in, but you're probably not hearing very good audio. Let's see if we can try something. Settings. Add. You know what? I'm just going to restart. Be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings, episode 173. I do believe it is. Let's see if my audio is better. Testing, 3, 4, 5. It is. It's much better. Okay, great. Great, sounds good. Well, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I had the wrong microphone up, but that malady has been alleviated, as we say in my hood. Thank you so much for coming to this week's episode. We have a fantastic show for you today. I am thrilled, ladies and gentlemen. I am thrilled, I am excited, I am honored, I am humbled by each and every one of you. Why? Because I released my book last Monday. It's episode 172. This is Baldox. Thank you. Episode 172. I don't even know what time it is. I'm just frazzled and thinking about all sorts of crazy things. I released my novel, The Tale of Cloron Hastings, on Monday, and already it is sold out on Amazon. The paperback, this version, is sold out on Amazon. Now that normally doesn't happen when you use print-on-demand systems. The way it works, the technology behind it is that they've got all of the supplies ready and they print the book as people order it. And yet you guys were ordering it so fast that they couldn't keep up. Now, it's okay. I've been talking with them and they're going to be ready for you to purchase the paperback again by tomorrow or the day after. But in the meantime, my hardcover is still available and the ebook is still available. But before I get into all of that, I'm not going to get into that yet. Nethelo Holyhammer says, I've been trying to find it in bookstores. No luck. Sadly, it is not available in bookstores at the moment. The way it works is that if the book sells well online, then bookstores of their own volition will purchase the novel and sell it in their bookstores. So it's not quite yet to the point where it is available in bookstores, but you can buy it from Amazon and from Lulu and from my website. But the thing that I'm just so humbled about is that so many of you guys purchased my book that it broke Amazon. It just broke Amazon.com so that they couldn't fulfill it anymore. Thankfully, that is a minor hiccup, and it will all be good tomorrow or the day after at the latest, and there will never again be any shortages of The Tale of Cloron Hastings. Now, okay, I'm already getting questions for requests for site links. Absolutely. I'll give those to you right now, and then I'll get more into this later in the episode. Here is where you can find the novel. It's at cloronhastings.com. You can find all the versions of my novel there. If you're wanting the paperback because you just want to see how Amazon fumbled this whole thing, you can check it out here. And it says out of print. Oh wait, that's not working very well. Oh well, there's a link to it on cloronhastings.com. It says out of print because they have printed so many that they're out of print. But it will be fixed by tomorrow. Anyway, I'm not here to get into all of that quite yet, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here, first of all, to smoke scotch and do smoke rings. We'll get into my novel shortly. But thanks everybody for coming to this week's episode. I hope you all have had a fantastic time. While I light up my stogie, I will answer a few questions that I see. Today I'm smoking a Te Amo This is a cigar that I smoked on the program last week, I believe, and I enjoyed it so much that, of course, I went and got another one. Zelgar the Mage says, Ox, how do you think you did with the book? Any issues, things you wanted to do, but never got to do? Great, great question. You know what? I'm going to get into all of those questions later in the program when I dedicate a good segment of the show to my novel and the ways that you fine ladies and gentlemen can help me. It's not... Who's asking me? Lepidus. Lepidus is asking me about Twitter. I just turned Twitter on. It has been off. Whoa. I'm getting a bunch of tweets. Alright, hold on a second. Tweet, tweet, tweet. Hey! Cool, it's Officer Patricia. She's back on the show. Alright, I can't not talk on my show. It's tempting to read all of my Twitter tweets, but then that would lead to just silence, and I can't do that because I am entertaining. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, your prayers go out to the... Please send your prayers to the Middle East right now. There's a whole lot of turmoil going on. For those who don't know, a whole bunch of people from Hamas have been shooting missiles into Israel. And then Israel, of course, has been retaliating by airstrikes against Hamas in Palestine, well, the Gaza Strip. So pray that that situation can be mediated and alleviated ASAP, so that no more people die. Greg Hartung asks, did you get my special message I sent before the show about a treat concerning your novel? No, I got home from work and I had dinner and I bounced the baby and I ran into here. I'm gonna open up Facebook real quick. So as the show goes on, about halfway during the show, I'm gonna need your help. That's right, everybody watching the show today, you are part of Oxhorn's personal army. I need your help. There are things that I cannot do on my own, and this is your opportunity to help me out without spending any money, which is great. Even though I would love to have your money, there are ways you can help me without spending money. But anyway, I'll get to that in a moment. I'm looking for your comment there, Greg Hartung. I don't see anything. I do not see... Oh, there it is. Oh, that's really cool. Alright, Greg Hartung has sent a fan recording that he did of the Tale of Clore and Hastings. He's going to read the prologue for us all, and I'll show that off in just a moment. But we haven't even poured the scotch yet. Thank you for that, Greg Hartung. I will show it off momentarily. Today we are drinking Potter's Blended Scotch Whiskey. Blended Scotch, not a single malt, but it is Scotch. You can't go wrong with Scotch, ladies and gentlemen. You just can't go wrong. Brad asks, oh yeah, how about the novel? How many are left? I really want one. There are an infinite number of novels left. I will never run out. Amazon is not selling my paperback novel right now because they ran out of print, but they will fix that by tomorrow and it will be available publicly. The hardcover, which is right here, is currently available on my website to answer your question. And the ebook, of course, is forever available. But we have scotch, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers to one and all who came here today, and bottoms up. Gilbert says, I don't mean to spam, but I have a question I was hoping to get an answer to. By all means, my friend, ask away. Sometimes I don't see your comments, and sometimes I do, and I just saw your comment. Now that is a nice cigar. Wait. No, Gulbreath, I misappropriated that comment to you. My apologies. That was from Riavkin, not Gulbreath. I'm sorry. Anyway, Riavkin. It's a K and a C right next to each other. How do you say that? Riavkin says, pardon me. think I loosened something up. Anyway, asks Oxhorn, I am trying to get back into writing my novel, but I have always had trouble coming up with a good original character names. Do you have a tip on that to help me out here? Sorry, so I got distracted by another comment. The question is a very good one, and it's not easy to answer. So he's asking about how to go about naming your characters. Now, the characters in my novel were the very first characters I ever named. Many of you are more familiar with my other characters, which I named later in my career. Oxhorn, Staghorn, Mr. Evil, Associate Professor Evil, Thunk, etc., etc. But there is no hard and fast rule. I'll tell you how I named the characters in my novel, and this is the truth. I made up a name that I thought sounded nice. Chloron. I just liked the way it sounded. Chloron. And that was the name of the main character. Then I went to an heraldic scroll of England, Ireland, and Wales. And I took a look at the coats of arms on that scroll, and I chose the 6 that I liked best. Jenkins, Turner, Richards, Mallory, Darrell. I'm not forgetting anyone. And I just liked the way they looked the best. And so I included them as names in my novel. And then Len, I just liked the way Len sounded as well. So, Greg Hartung asks, is it a Leroy Jenkins reference? I'm going to say yes, but the truth is no. Because I wrote the novel before World of Warcraft was ever released. Therefore, before Leroy Jenkins was ever created. But for the marketing purposes, oh yes, it's totally named after Leroy Jenkins. A kid. Greg Goulbreath says Leroy Jenkins was always here in our hearts. Yes, I suppose that's true. He's eternal. Lepidus tweets out, sorry I missed your show last week. I was in Solvang for 2 days. What did I miss? You missed a whole lot, but I will get the replays up to scotchandsmokerings.com for you fellows soon. I've been working on my novel, so I haven't had time to work on scotchandsmokerings.com, but I've got all the time in the world. Randa asks, Ox, can you give some advice on getting past writer's block? Yes, I can. The problem with writer's block is that when you sit down to write and you don't know what you're going to say, you force yourself in your mind to not be able to do anything until you get that done. And that is where the block comes from. Kiloasi says that I sound like Tom Hanks. Do I really sound like Tom Hanks? Tom Hanks. I don't even know if I can do a legitimate Tom Hanks impression. Anyway, to finish answering your question, don't think linearly. Think conceptually. So if you're stuck on a chapter and you don't know what to do next, and you just can't write, in your mind, move on to a next chapter and start writing that. Hopefully, if you're sitting down to write your novel, you've pretty much got the beginning, middle, and end at least mapped out in your head. You know the overall arcing scheme of the book. You know what you want to say. And so if you're stuck at a specific chapter, move on to the next one. Write that one a little bit. You go even to the last chapter and write that first. In my book, the very first thing I wrote was the last line of the book. And I wrote the entire book around that. Now those who have bought it, don't skip ahead. You can't read the last line of the book. Not until you finish the first. Just saying. Spoilers. El Toro Guaco says, question old pal. Good to see you again, El Toro Guaco. Do you ship your book to Europe? Also, it is nice to see... Oh, is it nice to my huge phobia of the sea? Yes, El Toro Guaco, it does ship to Europe. You can purchase it from Amazon, and it will ship to England, Ireland, Wales, Scotland, the entire United Kingdom, Scandinavia, France, everyone in Europe. It does indeed ship overseas. Now, as for your phobia of the sea. Nothing I can do about that. The premise of the book is that the sea is a treacherous place. That the sea is out to get you. So, I don't know if it'll make you less scared of the sea. We'll see. Kilowasi says, Omafaga, you sound like Oxhorn. That's why I recognize your voice even more. I still got some of your vanilla song on my comp, like the Christmas song. Hey, well that's awesome. I'm so glad. You know what? I don't know if you know this, Kilowasi, but I've released 2 albums of music. One is called Oxhorn Brand Music, which has all of my vanilla songs. And then the next is called an Oxhorn Brand Christmas, which has a whole bunch of geeky World of Warcraft Christmas music. You can find it at oxhorn.com. You can listen to them free on the website or download them from iTunes. And I'm pretty sure you'll like it. Just in time for the holidays. Why are you all talking about spam in chat? For those who don't know, we are streaming live from scotchandsmokerings.com. Panda Lorenica says Chloron kills Dumbledore. Chloron can see dead people. Cheers, ladies and gents. Bottoms up. Brad asks, hey, is it in any bookstores? It's not in brick-and-mortar bookstores, but it is available on Amazon.com. It'll be available on BarnesandNoble.com and other retailers soon. It's available as an ebook from the iTunes iBook store and from the Kindle bookstore. So there are a number of places you can get it. You just can't get it from a brick-and-mortar bookstore. Oh, you mean I'm at fault for mentioning spam? It's my fault? I believe it. No. I am at fault for many things in life. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to show you Greg Hartung's video. Because Greg Hartung has recorded a video of himself reading the first prologue of my novel. And in order to do that, I'm going to have to press pause on my music. Where's my music? There it is. Now, I haven't even seen this, so I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm pretty sure it'll be awesome. No. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So here we go. This is Greg Hartung reading the first few chapters, the prologue of my novel, The Tale of Chlorine Hastings. Hope you can hear it. Whoa.
Lower the sails, cried Captain Reuben over the sound of the roaring wind. Wave raisers thrashed violently in the gale as it
Oh, that's it.
to lower the sails. The storm had appeared instantly on what was once a calm sea and took the sailors by surprise. The ropes creaked and groaned, and a few snapped, and the men struggled frantically. The wind filled the sails, wrenching the ship back and forth.
You can't hear anything?
The sea surged onto the deck,
Sorry.
knocking a few of them out of the riggings.
Alright, maybe I can do something about that. Hold on. I'm going to add camera, media file, screen region, IP game, title, live stream, source. Trying to find a camera to add to this fine, or a microphone. Whoop, whoop. I hope I didn't crash the entire thing. No, no. How do I does anyone know how this whole Twitch TV thing works? Here we go. I'll just do this so that you can stare down into an infinite tunnel. Settings. Let's see if I can find a way to... That mutes it. No. Here. Let's turn that all the way up. How about that? Alright, maybe this will help.
At last, the mainsail was loosed and it fluttered, releasing its wind. "What did you do to anger the sea?" called Percy to his captain. Reuben held the large wheel in his hands and strained every muscle, trying to keep it steady. "She doesn't have to have a reason, boy," shouted Reuben over the din. She's fickle and jealous and kills irrationally. A swift-moving wave rose suddenly over the bow and crashed down onto the deck, knocking all but Reuben over. Everyone get below, ordered First Mate Chloron. We can talk about it afterwards. Reuben motioned for Chloron to come. As the other sailors made their way to the door, Chloron struggled towards the wheel. This is no natural storm, said Reuben. She wants me dead this time. I've eluded her for too long. Don't be foolish, said Chloron. We've weathered far greater storms than this. As long as the captain stays at the wheel, we will come through. Look, said Reuben, the winds are dying down. She knows that she can't get me with the wind. The waves will come. I know it. Chloron, let's go, called Len. Most of the men had gone below.
I like the sound effects in the background. That's a nice touch.
The hatch, waiting for their friend. Just then, the ship lifted, and the men felt their hearts sink into their stomachs. The sky crackled with lightning, and rain began to pour at a sharp angle. From atop the rolling wave, Reuben could see the expanse of the ocean out before him. For a brief moment, he felt a familiar calm that only the sea mist gave him. But a great fear soon replaced it. He could feel her anger in the air, and it was directed towards him. The wave crested, and Wave Grazer slid awkwardly down its back. Its nose dipped into the ocean and flooded the deck.
Nicely done.
Back up. It rocked to port, and the men clung to the ship with all of their strength. Water came at them from every direction, and Chloron coughed on the salty sea.
You've got a good voice for this, Greg, I have to admit.
Said Reuben calmly, and he looked off towards the horizon. I'll soon meet at sailor's end. Tonight, I'll dine in old Roper's court. Don't say that. What's wrong with you? Cried Chloron. Suddenly, the rain stopped, and Wave Grazer leveled out. A dark shadow engulfed the ship, and Chloron faced the prow. A pillar of water raced towards them. Percy and Len shrieked, but Chloron couldn't even move. The horrible sight paralyzed him, and as the pillar came nigh, he swore that it contorted into the shape of a clawed hand, clenching shut. Never tempt the sea, said Reuben in a dead voice. Chloron faced his captain, whose fierce green eyes pierced his soul. Reuben's hawkish face was deathly pale, but his eyes flashed violently. He grabbed Chloron by the collar and shouted into his face. Do you hear me, Chloron? Never! He cried, and then the water fell.
Nicely done, Greg Hartung. I have to admit, you've got a fantastic voice. Whoop. There we go. You have a fantastic voice for this kind of thing. You've got that nice little deep baritone in the background that the narrator needs. So major kudos to you. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I told you at the beginning of this program that I need your help. Only you, the viewers of Scotch and Smoke Rings, can help me the way I need you to help me today. Now, as I have been talking about almost the entire show, which I didn't intend to do, I of course published my novel. This is what the paperback looks like. It is over 360 pages long. It is a dense tome of sea adventures and swashbuckling. It looks really nice. It's been printed well. This is the hardcover. Also looks great. I have to say the hardcover is probably one of the most pretty books I've seen. I don't make as much money on sales from the hardcover as I do other books, but I wanted to provide it anyway so that people can see it. The inside is nice. No typos. I've spent a lot of time making sure that it doesn't have typos. It's also available on the Kindle right now. This is my Kindle. It's a first generation Kindle, which means it is old and outdated. But even it is able to read The Tale of Chloron Hastings right there. Let's see. I wonder if the cover, the full color cover, will appear in this strange device. Because as you'll know, the original Kindle didn't actually come with a backlit screen. It came with electronic ink, which is just mercury. It's very strange. So this is what the cover looks like on the first generation Kindle. You can still see it. It's not bad. So it's also available on that. And then, of course, it's available on the iPad Mini, and any iOS device. And that version of the book actually just went up today. You can now go to the iBook store and purchase it. Let me see if I can find it on here. You can purchase it directly from the iBook store, the exact same price as the Kindle version. So the way the pricing works is it's $9.99 for the ebook version. It's $19.99 for the lovely paperback version. And it is a gentlemanly $29.99 for the hardcover version. Well worth it. So this is what the book looks like on an iPad. I formatted it. I spent a great deal of time and care formatting it specifically for the iPad and the Kindle, just because I realized that those are the formats that people use the most, and I wanted to make sure that you could see them. So it looks great. It's got this beautiful font and this nice style. You guys will really enjoy it. Now that that is said and I am done promoting my book, I need your help. The way this works in the book industry is that novels tend to be overlooked unless they start to get comments and reviews. That's right, positive reviews, or any reviews for that matter, on the Amazon.com page are the #1 things that not only increase sales, but allow the listing to bump up a bit. So what I could use your help with is to go to ChlorineHastings.com, first of all. If you're watching this right now, open up a browser and go to ChlorineHastings.com, and then do two things. Go to the Kindle version. Whoop, that's Google Analytics, don't want to show you that. Go to the Kindle version. There's a link here for Kindle. There's a link here for Kindle, but I'll just scroll down so you can see. Here's the Kindle version right here. Click on that, and it's going to take you to the Kindle page. Oh, cool! I've already got a comment. Somebody has already commented. I'd love it if you guys wrote customer reviews. Click this button right here. It says write a customer review, or click this one that says write a customer review, and give it a star ranking, any star ranking that you see fit. Title it, and then write something. You can even leave a video review. So if you want to record yourself talking to your webcam and upload it here to Amazon, you can do that, and people love that. And then just click preview down here and submit it. I would be forever in your debt. Once you're done with that, go to the Amazon paperback version from ChlorineHastings.com. It's right here. Click on this link and you can see the paperback version. And the exact same thing. Go here, click write a customer review, rate it, and then do anything you want. I'm not asking for 5-star ratings. I want your ratings and your reviews to be honest and legitimate. If you want to give me a legitimate review, go to ChlorineHastings.com, scroll all the way down, and I have a sample right here. This includes the prologue, which Greg Hartung just read to you, and Chapter 11, an entire chapter of the Tale of Chlorine Hastings. This is one of the big adventure chapters where they meet some baddies out at sea, so that you can get a nice sample and taste of how this whole thing works. So once you've read it and you've given me a legitimate review, I'd love it if you could scroll to the very bottom of the page, like the Tale of Chlorine Hastings on Facebook, which is this link right here. It says like this page, which is this link right here, the Google Plus thing right here, and tweet it if you want. And of course, if you would love to give me a review on the iBook Store iPad page, you can click the iPad Mini that's right on my website, and it brings you to the iTunes listing, which is right here. And you can, once you purchase it, you can give it a rating. You can't actually give it a rating without purchasing it. So those are the ways that you can help me. If all of you went and did that today or tomorrow or over the next few days, it would significantly increase the visibility of my novel, allowing more people to see it when they search for novels on Amazon and giving me more sales. You guys have been coming to this program for almost 3 years now. I love to call you my friends, and I hope as friends you can do me this fantastic favor. Of course, if you don't have the book yet, feel free to purchase it. It's reasonably priced, I get the most money if you buy it from Amazon Kindle. But I still make a decent amount if you buy the paperback or the hardcover version. Let's see. I make $7 if you buy it from the Kindle. I make $6.50 if you buy the paperback. And I make $5.90 if you buy the hardcover book. Not a whole lot of change, but it works. So, thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for being patient with me and tolerating my little rant right there. I'm feeling fantastic about this. So, I gotta tell you, Ironbark says, so I bought the most expensive book and you get the least amount for it. I know, it doesn't make much sense, but I actually have the option to price these books as I see fit. And I could have, if I wanted to. I could have priced both the paperback and the hardcover book large enough to give me the exact same royalty that I get from the ebook. However, once you start to price things higher, it doesn't scale exponentially. So when I priced it at like $15, I got maybe $4 commission. When I priced it at $20, it went up to like $4.50. When I got to $29.99, I got to about $5.50. If I were to price it for $40, I still wouldn't even make $6. So in order for me to get the exact same amount of royalties from the ebook that from the hardcover that I got from the ebook, I would have to charge you like $50 for the book. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make it an affordable book because I know some people just really enjoy the hardcover, and I really enjoy the hardcover. The hardcover is my favorite version because it's just so beautiful and it feels great in the hand. I get less money for it, but I want people to enjoy the book, and that's why I made it. So don't worry about that. Buy whatever version you like best, whatever's going to make you happiest, and do so from chloronhastings.com. What was I saying in the middle of... Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. I've been doing a number of marketing tactics for this book. One of which is called retargeting. Basically, anyone who goes to my website will see ads promoting my book as they navigate around the web. I've been creating search engine ads. I've been creating YouTube video ads. I created Facebook ads, and I also sent out a huge email spam, basically, to all of my fans. And I did that on Monday morning. I send out my email Monday morning before work. I put on my hat, I get in my car, and I drive to work. As I'm walking through the door, my coworkers greet me at the door and say, "Oxhorn, you wrote a book! Tell us all about it." Literally, they were following me on my social channels or something so that I couldn't even get to work without people knowing about it. And all week, my coworkers have been coming up to me and asking for advice on how to publish, and they wanted to know more about the book. So it just brought it all back home about how immediate the whole internet thing is. Alright, eSport Junkie says, "Lol, no hate, but you look like a settler for the Wild West in the 1800s. Hey, I'm actually not offended by that. That's kind of what I'm going for. Except I really don't have a shovel and a pickaxe. I'm missing those two things, or a pan for panning for gold, right? But I'm doing fairly well for the rest of it. Shawarma says, "When's your guest appearance on Larry King?" Oh wait, he's not on anymore. That's right, I'd have to go sit before Piers Morgan. And everything he said would sound better than me because he's got a British accent. How can you compete with a British accent? You can't. British accents own all. Have you noticed that when people release fantasy movies, all of the characters have British accents? Lord of the Rings, for example. No one in the Lord of the Rings has an American accent. They all have British or New Zealand accents. But it's set in a fantasy world, not England. So they wouldn't necessarily have to have English accents. They could very well have had American accents. Or Jamaican accents, really. But they chose English. Strange, huh? Patrick says, why not go on Jimmy Fallon's show or something, Ox? I like Jimmy. Hey, that sounds good. If you know him, give him a ring and tell him that I'm available this weekend. He can fly me down, and I'll talk a bit about my book. Jonah says, a new blog for Oxhorn to write, writing from brainstorming to publishing and marketing. What do you think, Oxhorn? I actually have a blog post talking about how I went through this process in the works. I'm in the process of finishing it and getting it published. So yeah, I'm going to be producing a blog post to show everybody exactly what I went through to get this done. Old Ironbox says, hate to ask this, but just got a YouTube channel going and was hoping to get some feedback. Mind if I send you a link? Absolutely. Send me a link. I'm not going to go over it during the show right now, but I'd be more than happy to view it after the show and then give you some feedback. That's right. I have a new contact me form. I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. Now, I know that we've had a problem with the fan art as of late. For some reason, the fan art can't get to me. I've got a new contact form at the top of chloronhastings.com. It's right here. Click this little link. It'll take you to this nice and handy contact form. This goes directly into my inbox. I see it, and I answer to it. In fact, I believe this is what Greg Hartung used to send me the video that he made for me today. So if you want to send fan art or you want to communicate with me in any way or send me an email, be sure to use that contact form. I do see it. Zelgar the Mage says, hey Ox, if you can answer this, it would be great. It's hard being classy when you were in the 9th grade, seeing as all of your peers are, well, not classy at the slightest. What are some tips? The 9th grade is a hard time. I will not admit. I have vivid memories of being in the 9th grade, and not all of them are good. So, how to be classy when you're in the 9th grade? First of all, fart jokes are not funny. I know that all of your peers are going to be telling you fart jokes and giggling inanely, but my friend, they are not funny. Don't laugh. Instead, when they say fart jokes, stare at them and go. What should you say? You should say something like, "Oh really?" And then of course they'll respond with "Yeah really," and then you'll be on the same page. So no fart jokes. Second, no talking about anything sexual. Now, classy individuals do not talk about anything sexual. They keep all of that to themselves. They don't brag about things. They don't do nasty things. They keep everything clean and above board. Third of all, don't watch anime. Alright, I take that back. If you want to watch anime, it's okay. I'm not going to say it's horrible watching anime. But I just remember that when I was in 9th grade, all of my friends, all they ever did was talk about anime. That's it. Every single time I would come to school, hey, did you check out this anime? What do you think about Pokemon? Isn't anime amazing? Maybe I'm just exhibiting my age. I don't know if kids do that these days. But, anime is not classy. I'm going to piss people off by saying that, so whatever. Also, Pogs. No Pogs. Do kids still do Pogs these days? Pogs and Slammers. I just remember that was big when I was a kid. Pogs. Don't do Pogs. Dress like a classy gent. It's okay to have ironed slacks. Yes, Ghoul Breath Pogs. No one knows what Pogs are? Am I that old that nobody in this chat knows what a Pog is? Wow. I am old. I'm only 31. Not that old. Oh, some of you do? Okay. El Toro Guaco says, anime is cool for kids here in Norway now. Annoys me is when I was in middle school, everyone that liked anime got bullied. Really? They got bullied? Anime is a bullying offense? I don't know about bullying, but, okay, I guess it's this. The vast majority of anime, in my opinion, is childish and ridiculous. Just ridiculous. You've got characters with cat ears and robots with cat tails, and all of the schoolgirls have skirts that are way too short. They all giggle like crazy little children. All of the heroes have swords that are twice their size and spiky hair. I realize that I just described Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. which is a great game, but it is anime, kind of. Yeah. Oh! Ironbark says, thanks, Ox. I'm doing some silly playthroughs now. I plan on doing some reviews, machinima, etc. And then he links to his YouTube channel. Fantastic. I am going to retweet. Let's see. Retweet. And it's too long. No, I don't want to do a long update. Let's see. Okay, I'll retweet it later because it's too long. my Twitter client is freaking out on me. Forrest Ill says, will the show air on Thanksgiving night? No, it won't. I will be doing it a day early on Thanksgiving. So just remember that when it comes time for Thanksgiving, it's going to be a day early. Shawarma says, that was mildly disturbing. Everything locked up. Closed Firefox, yet Ox continues speaking. He has possessed my computer. This is just one of those many powers of the hat, suspenders, and cigar combination. I am now on your computers. You can't get rid of me. No, they are in my control. Brad says, what do you think you're doing? It's called Scotch and Smoke Rings. Where are the smoke rings? My friend, I apologize profusely. You are, of course, completely right. It is time to have some smoke rings. Here we go. How's that? Those are a little bottom heavy. I'm not sure why. That's because the smoke settles to the bottom of my mouth before I can blow the smoke ring. Cool Breath asks, hey Oxhorn, what is the most fun game glitch you can remember? It's probably going to be that one time, I believe I described it to you once before in World of Warcraft, where there was the glitch that allowed me to kill the guards of Menethil Harbor by putting thorns on myself. So when the guards attacked me, they would get damaged, but I wouldn't get any aggro. I killed dozens of guards. Made everybody in that town mad. But they couldn't attack me because I wasn't flagged. That was probably the best game glitch I ever experienced. That was, of course, a Vanilla WoW glitch. Ah, the good old days of Vanilla WoW. Ah, I miss them. I really do. El Toro Guaco says, what if we haven't read the book yet? Shall we rate and comment? That is completely up to you. As I said, I've got a sample of the book on chloronhastings.com. Feel free to read that and then review it. If you'd prefer to wait until you have the full book, my blessing to you. Get the book, read it, and then give me your honest opinion. I'm not looking for 5-star reviews. I'm looking for your honest opinion. Randarin says, I didn't get to experience Vanilla WoW. Well, that is indeed a tragedy, but you know what? You can experience it every day through me. That's right, all you have to do is watch my World of Warcraft videos, and you get a sample, a slight taste, of what Vanilla WoW used to be like. You're welcome. Rotapris says, hey guys, Rotapris, it is good to see you. Welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while. Rotapris says, are you talking about your new novel, Oxhorn? Indeed I am. Because I haven't talked about it at all yet, right? Alright, well it doesn't hurt to talk about it more. This is, of course, my new novel, The Tale of Chloron Hastings. A stunning read from page 1 to page 365. Full of high-sea adventures, swashbuckling, and Adobe Garamond. A beautiful glossy cover that you can take off if you want to reveal a beautiful hardcover. All available at scotchandsmokerings.com. Also comes in the form of paperback for those who prefer paperback. And comes in the form of ebook for those who prefer ebook. I'll be doing this all night. Thanks for coming. Shawarma says, wait, no engraved text? Indeed, it does have engraved text, my friends. Let me find it for you. Yeah, there you go, see? Engraved. The Tale of Cloran Hastings. Now, the cover is not engraved, right? Yeah. They sadly didn't have that option when I was producing the book, but they did engrave the spine, so there you go. A spinal engravement? Sounds like a nasty medical procedure. Rochford says, sorry, I've been gone lately, have been doing a lot of extracurriculars. Been getting home at 9 every day, including weekends. 9th grade is fun. Yeah, we just had a conversation about 9th grade, and I told everyone how much I didn't like it at the time. I gotta tell you, for those who are not adults yet, it is fun being an adult. I know some people say that tongue-in-cheek, but I'm not making it up. I do not look back upon my youth and think, wow, I wish I was back there. I do not think of high school and think, oh man, if only I had recess again. No, I am very happy. Happy to be an adult. It just opens up a world of possibilities. Sorry guys, had to rub it in. That's the Holy Hammer says, Ox, I'm being a troll right now. No, why? I didn't actually realize you were being a troll. I would love to partake in some of your trollishness, but no, I don't know why. Brad says, where is another place I can rate it? Amazon is being mean. Sure, if Amazon isn't allowing you to, you do have to log in and have an Amazon.com account. But if you can't get Amazon to work, go ahead and do it at Lulu.com, which is where I'm publishing my hardcover. See this right here? This goes to Lulu. Click on that, and it brings you to the landing page of the Tale of Cloran Hastings hardcover book on Lulu. Scroll down, you can see you've got some stars right here. You can rate it, and then leave a review. If Amazon is being fussy, feel free to do that as well. Oh, this is a good song. Nethel Holy Hammer says, I am reading your entire book on a free trial with my Amazon Kindle without paying. Awesome! That's actually fantastic. Even though you're not paying, I still get paid. So it's cool. Basically, Amazon is paying me for you to be able to read my book for free. So that's great. If you want to read my book for free as an ebook and you don't have a Kindle account, sign up for one and you'll be able to read it for free. If Nethel Holy Hammer is saying the truth. Tron says, Brandon, 9th grade was awesome. I met my bestest friend there. He said best friend. I said bestest. My apologies. And we share countless memories of Vanilla WoW and waiting patiently for the next Oxhorn movie. Well, if those are your memories of 9th grade, then I have to say, your 9th grade was pretty awesome. Randa says, how is Lady Nova? She's doing very well. In fact, she is really looking forward to Christmas. There are many reasons to look forward to Christmas. I look forward to Christmas often. But she's looking forward to Christmas because we're going to be traveling to Kentucky to visit her family, whom she has not seen in a year. So we're all really excited for Christmas. She's getting ready to buy tickets right now. Shawarma says, whoa, wait, you're in the lender's library? I don't know if I am or not. Possibly. I think I signed up for that when I published my book. I think I checked that box that says allow people to check it out and lend it. Plus, if you purchase a version of the book, you can always lend it to a friend. That's one of the features of Amazon Kindle. If you lend it to a friend, you can't read it yourself until your friend gives it back to you. It's kind of like a real book. But that's the way it works. It's pretty great. Nethel Holy Hammer says, but before that, dear Oxhorn, it's finally happening. Though not very thick or dark, my beard is finally coming in. Kudos to you, good sir. I am excited for you. Let's have that beard go in, and especially for Movember. Movember is one of the best times of the year to be growing a fantastic beard. Exozard says, how do I donate to you, man? I'll tell you. In fact, I'll type it in. Go to... Whoops. I need to log in. Hold on. Man. There we go. He says, how do I donate to you? My friend, you don't need to donate to me. Just buy my book. That's all you got to do to donate to me. Just buy my book, and you get something amazing in return. Here's the link to where you can purchase my book. Feel free to purchase as many copies as you see fit. It makes a fantastic Christmas present. Chocobo Swarm says, hey, Ox, are you doing the No Shave November? Yep, okay. Indeed, I am. I've been doing a No Shave 2012, actually. So... But yeah, for the entire month of November, I'm not shaving. In fact, I am the captain of a Movember team at my work. If you go to the Movember website and type in Boutique, which is the name of the company I work for, you'll see that I am the captain of the team. It's fun. I'm getting my coworkers not to shave their lips. C. Staples asks, how old is this show exactly? It's 172 weeks old, exactly. That's just over 2 years. I'm not sure when the 3-year anniversary is, but the 3-year anniversary is coming up. Oh, Patricia says that her laptop is dying and she has to bolt early, but here's the ship. Ox piloting a bacon-shaped submarine with his team back together. Patricia, Ironbark, Greg Hartong, Gulbreth, and the rest of the chat shooting bacon-shaped cannonballs from a homemade cannon made from panda leather. Wow, that is a fantastic smoke ship. Thank you very much for that, Patricia. What, really? Am I on my 4th year? Baldox? I can't do math. Sorry. Too complicated. Shawarma says, no, you're not in the Amazon Prime Lenders Library. The novel was just put out this week. Sometimes it takes a while to propagate and to get sent to all of the libraries. I'm going to go ahead and check my settings to see if I am there. But if not, you may have to spend the $10 for the book. But I'll look into being in the Lenders Library. El Toro Guaco says, Oxhorn, would you rather be a lumberjack leaping from tree to tree as they float down the mighty rivers of British Columbia? The elm, the larch, the giant redwood tree? You'd sing, sing, sing. Why? Because I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay? Do I drink all night and work all day? Just asking. Sleep all night and work all day, isn't it? Yeah. Rotapris asks, when are you going to make a sequel to the Mighty Morphin Midget Gnomes? Great question, and I've got to tell you all. Look, here's the thing. I am busy. I'm a busy guy. I manage to sneak away every week at about this time to host an internet show. But for the rest of the week, I'm busy with my career. I'm busy with my beautiful wife and my brand new baby boy. And I'm busy writing books, working on websites, and doing other extracurricular activities. I wish I had the time I used to make movies. I want to make more movies, but that's really going to depend upon you. Am I holding my movies hostage so that you'll buy more of my books? Yes, indeed I am. Not really. If I find time, I will do my best to make more movies. I've even got some more ideas, but truth is, if I can become financially independent by selling my copies of my book, I'll be able to make more movies. That's the reality. Chocobo Swarm says, I'm curious as to what Ox has been working on recently. It's been a few months since I last watched his stream. Well, most recently, I have been working on this. The Tale of Cloran Hastings. That's right. My novel, 360 some odd beautiful pages. CloranHastings.com. Just saying. Alright, yeah, smoke ship time, ladies and gentlemen. What are your thoughts? What are your ideas? What smoke ships would you like to see me create today? I am reading your suggestions and I will do my very best to make them become reality. Nethela Holy Amber says, Orgrimmar, killing them viciously and ending their hippie ways. Randarin says, Staganox, well, flying off the screen. Staganox flying through all of Azeroth promoting the new book, while all races stampede to the bookstores, but they, like Amazon, are already sold out. Oh dear. Jonathan says, Oxhorn and Stag on a bacon galleon firing pog cannons at a spam ship full of pandas and elves on a Scotch sea. Nice. While Mortus pwns Amazon for not getting all of the orders of Oxhorn's books filled. Brad is saying that I need to scroll up. Alright, hold on. Scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up. Alright. Brad's smoke ship is Ox sending a hologram bacon ship to attack a panda elf ship, and his ship is cloaked until the pandas and elves notice the very life-like hologram bacon ship. The real ship is equipped with bacon swords, cannons, guns, and bacon mages and more. Okay, that's the whole thing. I like it. That's nicely done, Brad. Nicely done. El Toro Guaco says, Oxhorn and Cloran Hastings on a smoke ship heading for an island made of bacon, but gets snatched by a scary wind that tears the ship apart and feeds it to the sea that swallows it and its crew alive. Goldbread says, the great Cloran Hastings sailing a bacon galleon while hippie elves row the ship through a sea of Scotch as Loranicus, Patrick Ironberg, Greg Harting, and Goldbreath fight off the panda pirates and use their meat for their own panda pizzas for Ox, Stag, and Mort to munch on. I like that. Loranicus says, can't you wait until he asks for smoke ships? I asked. I did just a moment ago. I said, alright, smoke ship time. C. Staples says, an orcish destroyer crushing hordes of hippie elves and gnomes while a beard is visibly growing about the hull. Nice. Baytosh says smoke. Good, good. Baytosh, indeed. You probably need to see some smoke rings. Here's some smoke rings. That's why it's called Scotch and smoke rings. A lot of great smoke ship ideas today, guys. It's going to be hard for me to choose them. Let's see. Wow, you guys are giving me a lot of great ideas. For those in the Twitch TV chat, I'm streaming from scotchandsmokerings.com, and that's where the chat is right now. But I am looking at the other chat, so feel free. Loranica says, Ox on a gold space stallion he bought after Cloran Hastings became the best-selling book in the universe while smoking a bacon cigar and sitting in a panda leather chair and shooting space lasers at hippies. Did you really write a program for that, Veronicus? If so, that's a pretty amazing program. It kind of hits the nail on the head almost every time. Nethelo Holy Hammer says, scroll up, read mine. Alright. Smoke ship idea. Nethela, Ox, and friends use bacon-forged swords and biscuit shields to fight the hippie Night Blood Elves and zombie Pandarin. They fight an epic war back in time in Vanilla WoW. In Orgrimmar, killing the vicious and eating their hippie ways. Oh, killing them viciously and ending their hippie ways. Alright, I dig it. Greg Harting says, Patrick, his laptop died and told me to say love y'all and bye. Tell her that I said it was always a pleasure, as always, to have her here today. Randa says Ox has taken over the Wizard of Oz and is now Ox the Great and powerful wizard. He has turned the city into bacon, and the midgets are eating the city and riding the invisible pink unicorns into the Pandaren turtle. What the heck? The midgets are eating the city. The entire city. We have Mighty Morphin Midget Gnomes eating an entire city. That's awesome. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you all did a fantastic job. I loved every single one of them. I'm going to have to go with Rotiprises today, just because we've got midget gnomes eating entire cities, which is great, and because he hasn't been around for a while, and I want him to come back next time. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, a smoke ship. Today we're going to be doing Rotiprises. Now pay close attention. If you miss it, you miss it. You better not blink. Take a screenshot if you can, because it's only going to be on the screen for a moment. Here we go. Wow! Woo-wee! It only lasted for a moment, but for that moment, it was amazing, and before your very eyes. We had Painted in Smoke. Oxhorn, me, as the Wizard of Oz, because I have taken him over, and I am now called Oxhorn the Great and Powerful Wizard, and I've turned the city into bacon, and the Mighty Morphin Midget Gnomes are eating that entire bacon city while riding invisible pink unicorns into the giant Pandaren turtle, which itself is an island. I know. That was pretty great. It does often exhaust me. I'm feeling drained now. It's only once a week that I can summon all of this creative energy and put it into a smoke ship. But there it was, before your very eyes this day. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings. I had a blast as usual. Please go to chloronhastings.com, and if you haven't already, buy a copy of this book. You can help me become the world's greatest author. You can make this a New York Times bestseller. It's all up to you. Go to the Amazon.com landing page for both the ebook and the paperback, and leave a review for me after you've read the book or read the sample. I would be forever in your debt. Be sure to like the website on Facebook, like the Facebook page. It's all linked from chloronhastings.com. And thank you all very much for your support over the years. And together we can make this amazing. Cheers, everybody. Bottoms up. A few more smoke rings before I end the day. Brad says, so next week, Wednesday, correct? Indeed. Wednesday. The show will be on Wednesday because Thursday is Thanksgiving and I can't do it Thursday. So Wednesday, Scotch and Smoke Rings at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Thanks, everybody. And as we say here at scotchandsmokerings.com, be sure, my friends, to stay classy. If I can turn this off, I don't even know if I can. Ah! Where did it go? Man. There we go. Bye, everybody.